is going on in the sports world? What is up, Pep?
40 can't stop, won't stop. Of course, it's National Championship Monday. 40, they call it March Madness for a reason. And if you watch the games, the semifinal games over the weekend, especially if you're a UCLA basketball fan, man, it was heartbreaking, but an incredible game as UCLA pushed Gonzaga to the wire with Gonzaga winning on a buzzer beater. Insane.
Going into it, it was like a 14-point spread, and it was like UCLA has no chance of covering this. It was just going to be like Gonzaga has killed everybody throughout the whole tournament, and I think people just saw UCLA as like a sacrificial lamb to them almost.
Yeah, like nobody gave UCLA a shot. In fact, going back to the previous game, I thought they had no business beating Michigan, but UCLA beat Michigan, and then they hook up with Gonzaga, and they took the Bulldogs all the way to overtime, all the way to the final possession. And this, again, UCLA was an 11 seed. You could even argue their two best players weren't even on with the team right now because of injuries and other things. Like, this was a UCLA team that really put it together at the right time. And that's what March Madness is all about, 40. Like, we've seen teams come from out of nowhere and make these incredible tournament runs. And UCLA was that team this year.
Now, how many of these players will this UCLA team keep? I mean, are we looking for UCLA to be a powerhouse maybe next year?
You know what? This is going to work wonders in terms of recruiting, right? If you make a big tournament run, if you prove you're going to be the national championship picture, maybe not next year, but at least years to come, you're going to bring in more of those high-caliber high school guys, and they're going to want to play for UCLA like they used to when UCLA was a powerhouse.
So we got the national championship going down tonight. Gonzaga, Baylor. What do you think we're looking at here?
Listen, Gonzaga, Baylor, those were the two best teams all season long. So people were actually penciling in these two teams a long time ago to meet for the national title. So we kind of got the matchup we were expecting. And Gonzaga as the undefeated team, I just don't see how Baylor beats them. Crazier things have happened, obviously. But I feel like Gonzaga is just like this team of destiny that's just going to roll. They're going to go undefeated. They're going to win the national championship. I think Gonzaga is going to get it done tonight.
I mean, it seems like it, but the way this tournament has gone, do not expect. Yeah, I mean, Baylor could come out and just show up the way this tournament has been. Who knows?
That's why I love March Madness, because right when you think you have it all figured out, you don't know anything. Like nothing right. happens according to what's supposed to happen, at least. So,
absolutely.
Baylor and Zags tonight, national title. It should be fun. Now, we also have the Major League Baseball season, and in 40, you've got to keep an eye on the Angels this year. I don't know if you need a team, but you can jump on that Angels and Shohei Ohtani bandwagon right now because it's going to be fun.
That's what I'm saying. And this year, I'm going to give it a shot. I am an Angels fan. I was excited to see Shohei Ohtani, and this weekend, he showed up.
Listen, he started the game as the pitcher, so he was on the mound. He was also the number 2 hitter in the lineup, which this rarely happens, right? When a guy does both in the same game.
Right.
He not only was hitting the radar gun at over 100 miles per hour while pitching, he also hit a 451-foot home run. That is an absolute bomb at Angel Stadium. So not only does he do both, he does both very, very well. Like, he is exceptional. Right. He is the man.
So we're finally getting the chosen one that we were promised.
Yes, if he can hold up, again, that's a lot of wear and tear over a baseball season, and he's going to be doing both. If he can hold up, this is like a one in a generation kind of player. He's that special. Again, he's not just doing both; he's doing both at a very, very high level. So that's what makes it so fun. And the Angels ended up taking 3 out of 4 games against the White Sox. They're off to a great start. It was a walk-off home run last night from Jared Walsh, who is a former Inland Empire 66er, might I add, a guy who played here in San Bernardino. So a great start for the Angels.
I mean, all I heard was how good the White Sox were supposed to come into this year, so taking 3 out of those 4, way to go, Angels. Way to start the year, baby.
Yeah, the White Sox were a playoff team from last year, so they've got a good young roster. So that was a quality start for the Angels. And the Dodgers, listen, we know on paper they're loaded. They're the defending World Series champions. They go on the road to Colorado. They take 3 out of 4 against the Rockies. Hey, but the Padres are also 3-1. Like, the National League West is going to...
we're loaded up.
Oh, my gosh. The National League West is going to be amazing this year between the Padres and the Dodgers. They're just going to be jockeying for position all summer long until we get to the World Series next year. It's going to be fun, so keep an eye on that, too.
Love it.
So the Dodgers are going to play on the road at the A's at the front part of this week, and then on the back half on April 9th, they will be back home opener against the Washington Nationals. So the Dodgers starting on the road, the Angels at home, but we'll see the Dodgers soon enough back in Los Angeles. And if you yes, listen, and if you needed a reason to like the Astros even more, and I'm saying that sarcastically.
Nobody wants to like them, yeah. Nobody wants to.
The Astros are one of just a few teams who started undefeated this year. They started 4-0. Yes. And they looked really
check the trash
good.
cans. Everybody check the trash cans. Look for wires.
There must be something going on because, the Astros started 4-0. Hey, the Orioles also started 3-0, and I just want to give them a quick shout-out because our guy, Tyler Wells from Yucaipa High School, Cal State San Bernardino, made his Major League Baseball debut for the Orioles yesterday, helping them.
Right.
Listen, you make your debut at Fenway Park in Boston. That is incredible.
That's a
great start for Tyler Wells, making his debut, helping the Orioles sweep the Boston Red Sox. That was unbelievable for Tyler Wells.
Nice.
And then finally, we'll get to the NBA 40. Listen, the Clippers beat an injury-depleted Lakers 104-86. And now it looks like the Clippers are going to get DeMarcus Cousins on a 10-day contract. Yeah, DeMarcus Cousins is still out there right now.
Yeah, wow. So, I mean, the Clippers trying to build up, keep it going here.
Yeah, we saw them add Rajon Rondo, right? And we saw the Clippers the Lakers, add Andre Drummond. But DeMarcus Cousins was the guy that nobody signed out there. He was just kind of hanging out. And the Clippers went out there and got him, added another big man, 10-day contract. So if it looks like it's going to go sideways, it's only 10 days. But if he actually does something, then 40, they've got him for this run.
Yeah, I mean, that was really low-key. I hadn't heard his name come up at all. So for them to, sign him just to even a 10-day and then, kick the tires on him. If he's going to work out, cool, you add another piece. If not, no worries.
Yeah, exactly. No worries. Just don't let him disrupt too much, right? Even if he's in for 10 days, don't let him blow the thing up that the Clippers have going on right now. The number 3 team in the West, the Lakers are number 4. But, yeah, loading up to make this NBA title run. If you're the Clippers, you're thinking we got to go through the Lakers, and then if we get to the finals, we're probably going to meet Brooklyn and that loaded team. So you've got to have as much manpower as you can get right now.
Right. The NBA is going to be a tough fought battle. We look forward to getting into that playoff mode here the next couple months, and we'll check back in with Pep on Thursday, see what's going on with the fallout from this national game tonight and what's going on in the MLB world. Pep, tell them how to get your stuff.
Hey, check it out on Inland Sports all over social media and the YouTube channel as well. We also shared Kawhi Leonard wearing Moreno Valley-themed New Balance basketball shoes, so check it out. That's Inland Sports. Yeah, they're cool.